All right, so that's Bayside behind me. Can't really see it. It's blocked by, the sides of building and some vegetation. But not a bad walk over here. It was actually easier than I thought it would be. Good morning, friends. It is Miami day. I'm cleaned up, I'm showered, I'm ready to go. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go up top first, see what's around, who's around, what's going on, and then I'm gonna go down. I'm planning to walk over to Bayside Marketplace, which is actually the only place you can really walk to from the cruise port. Everywhere else requires a, Uber or some sort of transportation. South Beach would be awesome. I could have done South Beach if I, would get up early and whatever, but as you know, I stayed out late, and I also wasn't planning on South Beach anyway. Let me turn on my cool little thing, see what it does, if I have a camera feed or error screen or something. This thing's been cool, but it's not always consistently showing the camera feed. There's this animation that it shows. Let's see what it says. So it's loading. And what are we gonna get? So yeah, that's the animation. I think I showed that in a previous vlog in this series. But sometimes this will be a camera feed of one of the cameras around the ship. There are these 3 dots in the screen. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but they those are there always. So there's some sort of issue.
Here's
with
what I found.
Whoops. Siri wants in on that. Just give me a second, hold on. So there's clearly something wrong with my screen, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. It's nice at night because when I'm not ready to fall asleep, but I'm laying in bed, I can have all the lights off, and with that on, it's almost like a night light. It is a little bit too bright to sleep though, so I turn it off when I'm dozing off. Anyway, so yeah, Miami. Let's go do it. See what we can see over there in Bayside, and definitely get some food. And then, whatever. I don't have to be back on board till like 7:30, so plenty of time. I won't be out that late. I'm planning to be back on board probably in like a couple hours. So let's see what happens. We'll talk soon. All right, so that's Bayside behind me. Can't really see it. It's blocked by, the sides of building and some vegetation. But not a bad walk over here. It was actually easier than I thought it would be. It's a little wonky when you first get off, like trying to figure out which way to go and how to get connected into the pathing system. But once you're on the path, it's pretty clear where you need to go and how to get over the bridge and all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and see what's up. We'll talk soon. All right, so I'm back on board. Miami was great. Walking over to Bayside was really easy. Getting off the ship and figuring out where to go was kind of but once I got into the footpath area, it was pretty clear which way to go. I may have actually said that already. But anyway, then it goes up over the bridge and drops right off into Bayside, and then yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there. I had Margaritaville, as you saw. I know that's super touristy and silly, but I do like the club sandwich a lot, and it was huge. Yeah, kind of walked around and explored and then came back. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna chill for a little bit and then we'll go do stuff this evening. I don't know if I'm gonna make dinner because I'm quite full. We'll see what we come up with for food later. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. We'll talk soon. So I hung out in my room for a little while and then I decided to go up to the main pool deck to get some footage of Miami at night. When you go out of Miami on a cruise ship, you usually leave in like the late evening, so you don't get to see the skyline lit up like this, and I thought it just looked really pretty, so I wanted to make sure I captured that as best as possible. From there I went down to the pub. I wanted to have a couple of rounds there with Jose. Jose from Ottawa, Canada ended up being kind of like my main person, and we hung out pretty much every day throughout the day, etc. And we both really ended up enjoying the pub, so that was our go-to spot. And then from there I went up to the buffet to grab some food and made my way back down to my room. Alright, so I don't know if this is it for tonight, but I grabbed some food. I was feeling a little hungry. I got a little piece of chicken and some cheese. I'm going to break the cheese up for my salad, a hot dog, the salad, and some drinks. And I'm going to eat here in my room. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll talk soon. One convenient thing is on MSC Meraviglia, there's not normally power outlets by the bed because that came immediately after that ship was built. So all of the MSC ships that are newer than that one have the USB ports by the bed or charge ports by the bed. But because this room is so small, I have it plugged in here at the vanity. And then I'm using this stool as a nightstand because my bed doesn't have one. But if you look, I can actually... my phone is plugged in and I can actually set it all the way over here. That actually wasn't a very good visual. But I can set it all the way basically to the far end of this nightstand. And when I'm in bed, as long as I'm laying on my left side facing the vanity, then I can actually use my phone while it's plugged in. I decided to go out to the Edge Bar to show face at the LGBTQ mixer. I had only gone the first night. That's actually where I met Jose, but I wanted to see who was around and what was the vibe there, and it really wasn't a vibe, so I only stayed for a few minutes and I made my way back up to my room. All right, y'all, I think that's a wrap. It is about 10, almost 10:30, and there's all kinds of stuff going on around the ship this evening, but I think I'm gonna call it early, scroll through some TikToks and just, chill for the rest of the night, fall asleep maybe in an hour or so. I'm get up tomorrow for Ocean Key, hopefully early. It would be cool if I could actually have breakfast before I leave the ship. That is how early I'm wanting to get up maybe. Don't quote me on that, but you know how it is. And then, spend time out on the beach early and come back on board, in the early afternoon or whatever, instead of barely getting started in the early afternoon. But we'll see. That's contingent upon whether or not I'm able to, fall asleep relatively soon, which doesn't always happen, but that's okay. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for traveling with me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.